Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the SEA League Group Stages, day number 1. There are only 2 days of group stages. We play a lot of games. There are many other streams going on simultaneously. If you want to check out all the games, obviously you can try to watch all the streams at once, but the alternative is, of course, to get the Dota TV ticket. I do highly recommend it. You get a lot of quality games for only $4, and it does go to support the organizers, Asian Dota, and, of course, us here at Beyond the Summit. Speaking of us here at Beyond the Summit, I'm LD, but I'm not alone. I'm joined here today by Winter, and we are casting MiTH Trust versus First Departure. Most people should know MiTH Trust, of course, coming from Thailand, probably the most well-known team there. But First Departure, a lesser-known team, up-and-comers from Singapore. They did play Zenith recently, I believe, in a best out of 3, and took 1 game off of them. So this is not a team to be underestimated. Winter, how you doing, and what do you think of the draft?
I'm here not to keep you lonely, so first I'll start with their First Departure. They picked up the Shadow Demon first, which is quite getting more and more common. We've seen this a couple of times already yesterday, where teams picked up the Shadow Demon first and to conceal certain of their strategies behind.
And oh, this is classic MiTH Trust. They're going to get the Lakel's Naga Siren very, very early. And MiTH Trust is a team that they love their Naga, and it's not really because they go for lots of early engagements. They just love having the ultimate to disengage, split push, sort of like how Ice 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 plays the Naga Siren. Not quite as cocky with the play, but a similar style, very split push oriented. That being said, they have a big team fight.
You know, there's a difference between their Naga and Ice 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 Naga. Their Naga farms a lot more because they play it as a role number 1. Ice 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 sort of uses it to go screw around with the enemy team and waste their time and just escape with the ultimate.
Yeah, I think I've seen a few games where he's role 1, but it's not as common with them. They normally have multiple carries.
And MiTH Trust is a team where they like to fight as 5-man. Being able to fight as 5-man and being able to speed push. They want to have a balance. If you look at their draft from the past, they like to have a balance in both of it. So Naga Siren is one of the few heroes that they prefer the most. It was morphing before, but after the nerfs and everything to morphing, they just couldn't use it, and now they use Naga Siren a lot more.
Yeah, Ice Frog nerfed MiTH Trust. It's his fault. But another hero they really love along those lines is Nature's Prophet. I believe it's Abba who plays it for them, and we'll see if he goes for it.
And their Nature's Prophet is very different from everyone. They built Aghanim Scepter, then Refresher.
I've seen them go for the more standard Midas Ginsu or Scythe of Ice, but they love to just keep all the lanes pressured constantly, and Keeper of the Light is a helpful hero to have when you're up against that kind of style.
And they want to use it as a combination as well with their major ultimates. When Magnus lands something big, both the ultis will be just bouncing everywhere and hitting all your heroes.
Winter, can you imagine if they have a Song of the Siren, Rubik is able to steal Illuminate, they set up a huge RP, and then there's a Fade Bolt, there's an Illuminate, a Riptide, all of it splashing through. It could be quite a sight to see.
I want to see the double Wrath of Nature. I want to see that. Come on, MiTH Trust.
It's actually not it's a very underrated team fight ability, especially in the early to mid game. It does a lot of damage.
It deals a lot of damage. Yeah, it deals a lot of damage, especially with the Scepter upgrade, which allows it to bounce more. If you get the timing right with all the crits moving around the map and you get all the last few bounces on the heroes in the team fight, everyone takes around 600 to 700 damage. The level 16 one with Scepter.
My only concern for MiTH Trust right now is that it looks like they usually like to run tri-lane and then either ban in the off-lane or have 2 solos, depending on the hero matchups. Their tri-lane has a lot of setup in Rubik and Naga, but no damage. And we saw this be an issue before, I forget, as in the qualifiers. I don't even remember which teams ran that combo. I think it was Fist ran the Rubik Naga +1, and they just didn't have the damage, and it really came back to hurt them later on.
Yeah, they have to pick up something like
a Lina,
Leshrock or Lina. Yeah, Leshrock or Lina that has damage to kill the enemies that the Rubik lives with. It starts off with a lift, or even the Naga starts off with the end snare. They need a hero like that to be able to give damage to the lane.
Reserve time.
And I'm a bit worried about if they try to put the Magnus in the offlane, and he won't be able to accomplish much because Shadow Demon will always be there to just drive him out of the XP zone.
Yeah, he's going to get zoned out pretty heavily, I feel. Well, we might see him go solo mid, though. I think this is a game to put the man.
He won't have a good time in middle as well against the TA, but it's still better than getting.
I mean, he could bottle Crow. I think Myth Trust does a fair amount of that. They could, if they run the Prophet, then he doesn't need the Courier, and I mean, it could be an option for them. We'll see what they want to go
He can
with.
hog the career all for himself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Is he'll just hog the Courier, and also the one nice thing about running the Magmid against TA is first departure. I feel like I feel like this is about stealing it for Myth Trust, not as much as it is about getting it for themselves. They just don't want to deal with this Prophet.
Yeah.
So they take it.
Team pick.
Sand King again. Sand King again.
Oh, this team fight. Now we're looking at a potentially Illuminate Stolen, Fade Bolt, Riptide, Burrow Strike, Epi, RP, GG, if you can hit the combo, or even the Nature's Prophet ult stolen. Potentially.
But it's very highly unlikely that Nature's Prophet.
Well, it really looks like First Departure need an anti-mage, some really strong split pusher, because they just cannot win a team fight right now. They banned most of the good team fight heroes. They gave away a Sand King after a Naga.
I think they might go for Tinker though. Tinker fits in their strategy. Tinker, Keeper of the Light, and Nature's Prophet. They are everywhere on the map.
That could work too, and well, they go for the anti-mage, but similar. Either way, it's kind of a similar role. Very good pushing hero,
similar
can keep pressure on the lanes.
Anti-Mage is a bit more safe because he's a DPS. Tinker is a utility hero, and if you do that, your Nature's Prophet will be the DPS, and it's not too ideal. Anti-Mage is a more stable pick.
To whoever is saying, why am I banned, is the word Pinoy offensive? You are not banned. That's why I can read what you're saying in the chat.
10 seconds remaining.
And also the word Pinoy, from everything I've heard, is not offensive. Pinoys call themselves Pinoys, so they're quite happy with the term. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And there's no Pinoys actually playing in this game, as far as I know. So Myth Trust, what do they go for with the last pick? They need that support. We're thinking Lina or Leshrac is the likely choice. And
no, actually, I think Rubik and Sand King would be the support, and I think their drafter just disconnected. Oh dear.
Oh duh, yeah, what am I talking? That's like not even seeing the Sand King there. Yeah, they already have their 4 position of the Sand King. My brain is working very slowly this morning.
I think we might
They
have
probably
to...
said something in the chat. No?
Yeah, I don't know. No idea, I can't see.
Well, I asked them to type the pick in the chat. The problem with lobby chat needs to like pop up whenever someone says anything, so you can actually see if there's a message.
Yeah, no, I think Valve would fix it soon, probably.
Well, yeah, when you're a player in the lobby, it's a different screen, so I guess it's not a big deal for the players, but for the casters, it'd be nice to know. Actually, I'll make a note to myself to suggest that to Valve. Maybe they'll implement it.
But I think Myth Trust is in quite a weird situation now. They want to team fight, but their face up with so much speed push, Keeper of the Light, Nature's Prophet, Anti-Mage, and they don't have really the speed pushes of themselves to deal with it. They only have the Naga Siren with the Radiance.
Oh, wow.
This is something they like to run as well.
He's gonna he just gets destroyed by Anti-Mage.
You know, I think they would use the Bounty Hunter to go into the jungle to harass the Furen at the start, because I think the Furen would either use the trends to drag the creeps, but it's really difficult nowadays because teams are just so much more prepared to do it and defend against it, and usually you just see the offlaner just go to the jungle, just abandoning the lane.
Well, he was not pulled. He's starting with only a Stout Shield and some regen. So,
you mean a Bounty Hunter?
Yeah,
or
they didn't pull the Bounty Hunter.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let's see what he goes. He also doesn't have wards, which means if they get sentries, they're not going to have to waste any dewarding. They can save them for the bounty. So let's see if TNK can successfully pull those creep waves. Like we've seen, Ice and YYF are very good at that. Well, while we have a moment here, Winter, let's introduce the players. On the side of Myth Trust, the TIE squad, we have TNK, we have Alba. On the Magnus, we have SD on the Rubik, Lakel's on his patented Naga Siren, sorry, with the Quelling Blade and Rain of Protection, and R5 on the Sand King. A lot of Naga players prefer the double Rain of Protection, but he's going to be left entirely alone in the lane, I assume, so we'll probably just see the Prophet jungling.
Yeah, and for first departure, we have their Captain Miracle on the Anti-Mage, and Shadow Demon by Mean, Luby on the Keeper of the Light, Hana on the Nature's Prophet, And the person who disconnected was Polozon on what hero is that? Wait, what hero is that? What's the
Puck.
last hero?
Puck.
Puck. Oh, okay. Polozon on the mid lane Puck. So I think they're going to be running this is definitely a defensive tri lane with the Nature's Prophet, probably not even in the lane in the jungle. They're going to be farming the whole jungle with the Shadow Poison and the Illuminate.
Yeah, and if they can have that decent start, MiTH Trust is going to have a tough time finding fights. They don't have... Their lineup's not really super mobile. I mean, they've got some mobility skills like Burrow Strike and Skewer sort of are. They have Track, but they don't have anything that's global. They don't have a hero that is a Blink. First Departure may just be able to run circles around them if they don't have a good start in the laning stage.
Yeah, I don't really like MiTH's last pickup. It's just a bit hard for them to deal with the split push. Although Bounty Hunter is good at catching out the Piran, but he doesn't have any spells to push out the lane, and they'll be relying a lot on the other heroes to split push. And when they split push, they can't use the Magnus and Sand King's ultimate to do damage to the towers. But when they're trying to push, there's also a keeper of the Light Blast. It's gonna be difficult. And their late game carry is actually will farm a lot slower than the anti-mage when he has his Battle Fury.
Yeah, Lakel's does like to go for Radiance, and that can help make up for it, especially if you split the illusions well. You can farm multiple camps and lanes at the same time, but it's still a little bit slower than anti-mage even then.
Yeah, it's still slower than anti-mage, and they're gonna be counting on those track kills, the track, to be able to get on par of the farm.
Looks like we will need a remake as Purple abandoned the game, thinking there will be a remake. A little bit of a delay, no big deal.
It's not 1 hour delay like just now. Don't worry.
Mineski, dreams. Oh, sorry, I just had to clear my throat there. Well, Winter, if First Departure has that good start, they should be in good shape. But MiTH Trust does have a pretty good 5-man, and they may be able to force some early towers. If they get any kind of an advantage themselves, they are going to be able to just bully down these towers, and it's going to be very difficult for MiTH Trust to engage.
Yeah, but it will still come down to how does the game progress during the mid phase. How big will the track goal have an effect on the game? Because if MiTH Trust plays, they have to be the ones on the aggressor, and they definitely have the better early game because of the heroes. First departure heroes are more of sitting back, taking levels, farm up their items before they start to fight. But if MiTH Trust is able to stop that with their Bounty Hunter and get some early aggression going on, they could be probably controlling the mid phase as well. But they need to play the early game very well.
Looks like we should be getting underway momentarily. I really love the fact the First Departure picked that Prophet. I feel like that may turn out to be the masterstroke of this game. We were talking about the Prophet even after the first set of picks ended, before they even got into the second stage of bans. It shows the First Departure has done their research. They know their opponent, and normally you wouldn't go for Prophet there. It's not really a popular hero. It seemed like it would be pretty vulnerable to the lineup MiTH Trust had gone for, but knowing their opponent and picking it there, it may turn out to be the difference maker in this game, forcing MiTH Trust really out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, they really did their research and homework. MiTH Trust, they are really a big fan of Prophet. They use that hero so much, even in the past and as of late. So I really don't know how big it will affect them with this Prophet being snatched away.
Stolen out from under them. Their baby. Poor Abba. Forced to play a bounty hunter. You can't farm with bounty hunter.
No, Bounty Hunter was actually picked by TNK just now.
Oh, TNK has played it. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess Abba is just more of their jungle player.
No, Abba is the mid player, the mid lane player, mid solo player.
I could have sworn I've seen him play the Prophet. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting them confused. It's been a while since I've cast MiTH Trust.
He does play the Prophet sometimes, but mostly it's what's the guy's name? Oh, I can't remember the name. He's not in the team anymore now. The Prophet player last time.
They've had this lineup for a while, at least like 3 or 4 months.
Abba is the Magnus on mid lane, yeah. Abba. Magnus middle. And you know, it's actually quite difficult as well. it's not that easy to get off the Song of the Siren and the Magnus reverse priority. You need to count everything pinpoint to the accurate, because it will miss if you just use it when the sleep is still ongoing.
Well, one thing they could look to do is try and set up with something else, like the epicenter into the Burrow Strike, and then follow up with the RP, but
the most ideal way is always to start with the RP, then epicenter into the RP heroes, and that would be devastating.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, MiTH Trust also, they use the Naga Sleep for disengaging, I think a lot more than they use it to set up fights, especially in the first 20 minutes. You'll often see Lakel saving it just to escape, to allow him to farm aggressively and then get away when he gets into trouble. And if we look at First Departure, one thing they're lacking is stuns. They have a mini stun on Anti-Mage, they have Disruption, which is just a way to cancel TP, and Mono Leak, which is hardly a stun at all. They're very lacking in the stuns.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, but they do have stuff that's disable but not stuns, like the Sprout, and Mana Void does mini stun.
Oh, this is
Disruption is a stun as well, so it's not too bad. Like when you compare it to yesterday, the team that went all out no stuns, the P9 team. I forgot which team, which they didn't have stuns at all.
Yeah, they literally had
I remember the heroes, I think Ancient Apparition, Lifestealer, Dirge, Keeper of the Light, there's no stuns.
The only stun was the Ancient Apparition Cold Feet, and only if they can get the open wounds timed properly.
Yeah.
Well, Winter, let's reintroduce the players very quickly. We have Mean on the Shadow Demon, we have Miracle on the Anti-Mage for First Departure, Lubby on the Keeper of the Light. Going Soul Mid, it's going to be Poloson on the Templar Assassin, then Hana playing the Prophet. And this is First Departure, the Singaporean squad. Up-and-comers, a bit of an unknown team. I think they placed second in the last Gosu Cup Asia. They took a game off of Zenith in the Flash Dota 2 League, I believe it was, even though they ended up losing the series. So definitely a team to look out for. And on the other side, we have MiTH Trust from Thailand.
Yeah, we have that Captain TNK. I'm quite surprised he's on the Bounty Hunter because he's usually playing the support role. And SD is the player on the offlane. I'm not sure why they changed roles recently or something. And Alpha R5, Sand King support, Abba the mid solo, Magnus, Lakel's on the Naga Siren main carry, and last but not least, SD on the support Rubik.
Well, he is going to be playing that support role this game, and let's see what the bounty can get accomplished. He's visible in the lane. They do have the sentries, as mentioned. They didn't give him any sentry wards or observer wards, so they don't have to worry about dewarding, which means they can leave the sentries to set up kills on the bounty hunter. We'll see if they go for that later on.
That's why I like the way ISS plays his bounty hunter. He uses his own goal to get an observer of his own, and he forces the enemy supports to deward it with the sentries, and he'll be free to roam in the lane with no more sentries before they are able to buy up the next
TNK could be in
set.
a lot of trouble here. They've got. Oh, why didn't he disrupt? He walks away.
I think they could have killed him there
easily. Anti-Mage does have a point in mana burn. That would definitely be enough damage.
He would be definitely dead. The Illuminate and the...
Well, they miss an opportunity, but Bounty Hunter is being kept out of the lane for the most part. Creep Wave is pushing, they gotta start doing some pulls.
Yeah, the Creep Wave. They have to control it back, yeah. The pulls are happening right now.
He's already almost level 2.
Yeah, that's not good for them.
Prophet is doing some jungling. He's getting close to level 2 of his own. And trading, you don't want to get... When you run this tri-lane, and especially they're not doing... they have done a single pull, but they're not getting that much experience out of it yet. You really want to keep the Bounty Hunter out of the lane.
Bounty Hunter is so level dependent. If you're able to keep him for as long as you could on level 1, that would be a huge blow for them. But on First Departure side, they don't have the best heroes to keep him out of the lane. Shadow Demon plus Keeper of the Light are not the best duo.
Abba gets the regen rune. That's a big victory for him mid lane, because he is actually struggling a lot. He's only 4-2 against 11-3 on Pulsar. Even though this matchup favors TA, I don't think it should favor quite this much, but TA is just crushing him right now.
Yeah, with the nerf on the new reflection, it's actually more difficult for TA.
Well, it doesn't seem to be this game. Lakel's is getting his patented free farm. 14-7. He always seems to get free farm whenever he plays this Naga, and they're trading it for an anti-mage, and we'll have to see how that turns out.
Not the best choice, to be honest.
Well, it's standard for MiTH Trust, though, and he actually...
Yeah, but But for MiTH, they always do it.
It's just what they're used to, and you know sometimes that's better than actually going for the superior.
If you go for Diffusal and Manta style on your Naga, you're actually able to out-carry the anti-mage head-on if he tries to fight you because of Ensnare. But usually the anti-mage will always still have the option to split push you down and not join the fights.
Yeah, the net is a very powerful counter to anti-mage, of course, as you can't blink when you're netting. And in Dota 2, it doesn't actually remove the net when you Manta style, whereas in Dota 1 it does. So it's a much stronger ability.
Good point there.
But that being said, like you said, you should be able to win in the far more if you're the anti-mage. And he's got a Prophet and a Keeper of the Light, so they're going to have definitely the split push advantage.
That's why I'm a bit wondering if Lakells will still go on to the Radiance build. His captain might realize that they're not going to do good in the long run and probably just ask him to run a Diffuser Manta to fight the early battles and win it. Because the anti-mage will never be able to fight the Naga Siren if he goes for that build early on.
And it's also the supporting cast. A lot of stuns, a lot of heroes that want to clash, that don't want to split push as much. It would be a great game for the Naga to go for an early game fighting build.
RP and Epicenter, definitely they have the better team fight.
Here comes the Disruption Soul Catcher. They do have a Sentry on the high ground. The Illuminate almost kills TK. Then the finish. The Prophet TP's in for good measure. He's going to summon Treants. No Reign of Basilius up yet, but they're going to be able to push this tower. And Bounty cannot do anything to stop pushes. Another weakness of him is an off lane.
Oh, he's still actually level 1.
Well, he just hits level 2 now, but...
And he gets a toss instead of Jinada.
And
That's
this
surprising.
is the other reason that we didn't really... Oh, middle lane, they're going to go in on TA. They've got the Skewer back into the tower. I think this will be enough to kill her off. There's your Shockwave.
Yeah.
It's going to be close. Actually, maybe not. Can Meld through that last hit? Do they have sentries? No. Refracts up and will live. Oh, that really hurts. Still chasing Abba. You're not getting this kill. He thinks he is. He really thinks he is. But he's not.
TA tried to Mel spike there. Tries to fight back.
Oh, Prophet got the last hit on the tower. He's up to 1,400 gold. We're going to see that MiTH almost certainly. An anti-mage really rushing the battle fury. Just the poor man's shield, the Ring of Health. We might even see him not even get boots.
Really not.
Do the greedy battle fury build.
And he's going, well, he has, thank God, he hasn't taken 4 points of mana break yet, because he really doesn't need to. Just one is plenty to zone the Bounty Hunter out. He's maxing that blink first. He's definitely going to be focusing on farm.
He's not doing the burning build. Burning usually has 2 points instead now.
Yeah, well, I think it's okay. He doesn't...
Mid lane.
Oh, middle lane. They're going in on TA. This time they really should be able to kill her. Do they have detection? Yep, there's the Sentry Ward. Maybe not. The Skewer actually pushing away from the Sentry Ward. That might have been a mistake. If he lives again, this is big trouble. They've invested so much in killing him, and they're not going to get the kill. Winter, these ganks have been very poorly executed by MiTH.
I think he should have skewered backwards instead of to the right.
Yeah, he was away from the Sentry Ward.
Then he messed
And
it
away
up.
from the tower as well.
That should have been a kill.
I think they could even skewered him just up the hill if they wanted.
I think he doesn't have a range because he's just level 2.
Yeah, you might be right. But that was like the most unfortunate direction. And Mag's still not level 6. We're 6 minutes in, and that's largely because the supports keep on coming to the lane, and the TA has 8 denies. And this Mag has 13 CS. That is really bad for a solo mid-Mag. Even when you're up against TA, he should have better farm than this. He's just getting outplayed by the TA. Yeah,
to be honest, he's not playing well in the lane. He has Shockwave. He shouldn't have this little last hit at 6 minutes. It's okay, 7 minutes already.
I mean, honestly, you could have used 13 Shockwaves by this point, especially with the bottom. He's gotten quite he had a regen rune. I mean, just from spamming a Shockwave to get 1 creep per wave, he could have had this many less hits. About not off to a good start, but the good news is he's a hero that doesn't need an amazing start to have an impact later on. Mag, even with just level 6, with the haste word, with that RP, can still find some kills. The bounty up to level 4, still being shut down relatively well, I have to say, but not completely. But they're spending so much time. They're coming mid again, Winter, and they gotta start getting kills off of these ganks. They keep on focusing on the TA. I would have liked to see them maybe roam towards the bottom lane, go try and gank with the bounty, but they just want this TA kill. Oh, they might get him this time. No, not again, MiTH Trust! Oh, boy, goodness gracious. And they don't have level 6, he's still not level 6! Oh, Winter. This is not going well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They have to. I think the better choice just now was to just try and take the first tier 1 tower at top first before trying to gank middle again. Just give some time and space for the Magnus to get his level 6.
And especially this many times. I mean, going for it once, understandable, but he's got to get level 6 at some point. It's now a full 8 minutes into the game. He's just going to hit it. Rubik's still in the lane. Dewarding. SD is going to do a nice job of giving them the vision they need. Anti-Mage is really rushing that battlefield, and it's time to check what the Naga's going for. It is going to be the Radiance Rush, which I actually think is okay because they're not connecting on any of these ganks, so I just don't think they're going to be able to take many fights in the mid-game.
Yeah, they're just gonna use the Radiance and split push everywhere.
And Lakelz is out farming that Anti-Mage. Only by a few CS, but even so.
Not too much. But they down the tier 1 tower at bottom, so I think that in the net worth, I think Anti-Mage is still ahead.
Yeah, ahead by 30 gold right now. He's got the broadsword. This is looking like a, I guess an 11-minute battle fury at the rate he's going. Maybe 11.5 minutes in, which is about as fast as you can really get it. I mean, it's very close.
And LD doesn't go wrong with his numbers.
Well,
so when
maybe
LD says
slightly
it's
off.
11 minutes, well, he says it's 11 minutes, it's 11 minutes.
Maybe 11.5, but it should be coming pretty soon, and especially if the support's helping to finish off a few stacks. Let's see. Nice double pull. Oh, maybe a little bit too early, actually.
Oh, it's a bit too early.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But Anti-Mage can pretty much farm those anyway.
Yeah, 11.5 is still 11 minutes, so I'll let you go on that.
Thank you, Based Winter. Well, Prophet had the Midas. Oh no, he went for an early mech. He's already got it. I assumed he'd be going for Midas with that kind of a start. But a mech this early is very helpful. But
no, but why? But why? You're not gonna fight. You're just gonna split push.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. There's no pressure. That being said, it's so early that it's still, and you're up against a lot of AoE. I suppose it could be very helpful, but
it's helpful
weird.
if you're just gonna pot into mech your teammate, but you will be able to gain more from having that Midas and split push. Or mid lane again.
Oh, TA is in trouble, but this time they've got to bring her down. There's the Burrow Strike. They have the RP. The RP will be thrown. They really want this TA. The mech is there. The disruption as well. The Illuminate comes in. Everybody's on the run. All of a sudden, MiTH Trust are the ones who are probably going to die. Mag looks like he's going to fall. Rubik bites the dust. Bounty barely escapes. Mag trying to TP out. Illuminate just a second late. Winter, the heal bomb mech proves us both wrong, and it saves the TA's life.
Yeah, he showed that he made the correct decision there by having the mech to save his teammate.
Boy, they totally saw that one coming. They had 4 heroes made it. They were very prepared for that.
Dire's bottom tower.
I just don't know them keep repeatedly trying to gang the TA when TA is a hard hero to bring down with those refraction charges.
They should have been able to kill her if they executed the ganks properly, but it's just you have to be perfect for this TA.
The earlier ganks was possible, but that gang was too hard already because they had no idea that the
Anti-Mage might actually die here. They've got the lift and the Shuriken Toss. They're gonna kill Miracle. He doesn't blink away, and he just had his Battle Fury. Well, with that death, it's gonna delay it.
Nope. He didn't have the 11.5.
It would have been 11 minutes on the dot, actually. He had the gold for it at 11 minutes, but was not able to pry in time.
So sometimes LD does miscalculate because he didn't expect the Anti-Mage to die.
I did say if he dies, he won't have it, I think. Or I was thinking that, even if I didn't say it. But. Relic is up on Naga, so this could... Now she's up 600 net worth. This is Lakelz. If he gets that free farm... I believe it was Lakelz at the International 1. He was the only player that played Morphling at the International 1. And he was sort of known as the Morphling specialist during that event.
He is the Waterman in Thailand.
He was playing Morphling before it was cool.
Yeah, and he's the one that started to popularize the Ethereal Blade build on the Morphling.
And also the very split push heavy style. He loved to go for the early Lincoln Sphere and just pressure.
He never deviates from his Lincoln Sphere.
Well, now you pretty much have to go for Lincolns on Morphling. Just so mana dependent.
Lincoln is much stronger right now compared to last time.
Yeah, it's gotten the
cooldown buff.
Yeah, the cooldown buff. That's what it was.
And a lot of spells doesn't trigger the Lincolns.
MiTH might get spotted out here. There is a little bit of a movement from TNT.
Oh, he's going after the career. He saw the career fly by. Look at the bounty hunter. He's gonna look for the career.
Oh, that's the Battle Fury. 12.5 minutes.
Quelling bait now? Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually very important to maximize your
But
efficiency. So are boots.
I don't like his skill build.
He's maxing the mana burn. Very
I
It's a much
pretty
slower
much-
style.
Because you farm slower without the stats. A lot slower. Burning showed everyone that.
Yeah, and also not having boots slows you down quite a bit. That'll be the next pickup for Miracle.
Yeah, he's just a bit greedy. He wants to, but if I'm the anti-mage, I would still go for the Quelling bait first.
Wow.
Because I'm greedy as well. I'm greedy as well.
Well, and he's got stacks, so that makes it worth it. Because the support's got that double stack up for him. Now we'll have the
He's
boots.
still skilling up Mana Break. Mana Break doesn't help you farm faster.
And he's not going to be
And he's-
coming to the fights for another 10,
Yeah.
15 minutes if he plays this properly.
The stats help him a lot. The only thing Mana Break helps him if someone is out of position and he's able to solo kill them.
Well, MiTH also have a lot of ways to get away with being out of position too, because they've got the Naga. I mean, all those stuns, the Naga sleep, a lot of escape spells. So even if they're out of position, they might still get away anyway. It's not a lineup where there's a lot of obvious easy kills. Oh, they have done a lot of stacking for Miracle, and he's gonna get a little more here, an additional stack.
Yeah, one more. He's stacking one more. He's not going to get it. Oh yeah, he is. Oh, but he got the worst luck ever. 3 stacks of dragons. These are the hardest script to kill.
And he's just gonna say screw it. I'm not going for it. If it was the what is it, the Thunder Lizards, you could definitely go.
Thunder Lizard or the Golems.
Oh, the tower deny a
Dire's
second
middle
late there.
tower has
Pulse
fallen.
Salt, Blink Dagger, Phase Boots up. It's up to him to create some space now. Naga does have the Radiance up, and pay attention to the micro of the illusions if you have the ticket. I highly recommend just going back watching the replay, because this is something Lakel's and Ice 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 are very good at generally, is the micro. Mid lane though, they're going on Hana. Hana is gonna know. Well, I said pay attention to him. A little.
Yeah,
explain.
I think Ice 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 is a bit better than the micro.
Yeah, I agree.
Or-
Well, Ice 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 is probably the best at micro in those out of any player I've seen who plays Naga a lot. But Lakel's is still pretty decent.
That's a very fast Radiance timing. He got it at 13 minutes.
Yeah, and it would have been.
Oh, the Radiance.
Oh, he's still got the Song of the Siren though. He gets it off. He doesn't have a
Oh,
TP
TP.
scroll. He doesn't have a TP. Oh no, this could cost him his life. It does. Actually, the poison brings him down. It looks like, or was that
So
the
if,
demonic
if,
purge?
if he had a TP, no, the demonic purge, if he had a TP, he wouldn't have died. Because he would have managed to reach the base first before the damage came.
Oh, TA caught under his own tower. Oh my god, they really hate this TA.
Epi,
Miracle
yeah.
blinks into the Epi. Epi was stolen. No, Blink was stolen. Sorry, what am I talking about? Blink was stolen. But Rubik's not going to go in. Profit
can't
TP's.
steal
That's
teammates.
5 heroes mid now. They really-
He can't steal his own Sanking's Epi.
I corrected myself
can't.
quickly that time.
He can't.
I saw Epi going off, Sanke was right next to him, like, oh, he's still Epi. Miracle's really dropping low to these neutrals, living on the edge. He almost died there to that Epi. That would have been a disaster. Almost as bad as that game we saw yesterday where the Piro blinked into the Wisp tether, I believe. Or, no, Sanke burrow striked into the Wisp tether, that's what it was.
Yeah, and that's why I always prefer the stats over the mana break. You only get mana break if you're 1v8 on a 1 versus 1 situation in the lane and you want to win the lane a lot.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Lakel's illusion micro. How good is it? Pretty damn good.
but I'm gonna go with you.
Pretty good, I
One
gotta say.
here, one on the left, one on the right, hero on the lane,
I don't know
farming
what
everywhere.
to- I think he's pretty good.
Yes, he is, and
Radiant's bottom
using
tower
the
is under
Riptide and
attack.
all the illusions when he time it to everyone reaches the neutral camp.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't, I mean, I assume a lot of you guys do, but some
Top
don't.
lane,
Oh,
top lane. They're going on him again. No Naga sleep this time.
now he's disrupted. If the
He's
Soul
dead.
Catcher hits, he's dead, and it's well, maybe not. The
Oh,
TP's
no.
coming in. He's still alive.
still dead.
Dropping low. There is not going to be enough backup, and he will fall. And the TP gets canceled. And they whip this mag. They're not done yet. Abba's in trouble. He's got to blink and a skewer. He will blink, but not before he gets Mana Leak. That might cost him his life. He needs to skewer before he runs out of mana.
Skewer.
No, he's just going to run. Oh, Mana Leak wears off.
No skewer in there.
Oh, he still doesn't have RP
Dire's
for a little
middle
bit here.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, that was very good play by them. They knew there
Oh,
was
they
lane.
blink in. They catch the TA. There's no refraction up, but now she gets it off.
Dire's top tower
I'm
is
so-
under attack.
I'm surprised that First Departure is being so aggressive and it's working. I guess with the mag RP and the sleep down, it's very hard for MiTH to fight.
Yeah, they rely on those long cooldown ultimates. It's the time to strike when it's on cooldown for the first departure.
Oh, they're going in again. Maybe blink in from the TA and then nothing. And Lakel's is back. Oh, they've got RP now. This is a bad fight. They got to get out of here. Probably have to abandon the TA. She's tracked. Just need to leave her and go, but they want to fight. Maybe they can turn this around. Skewer into the RP on 2. Maybe not. And the Radiance Burn and the Illusions make Refraction so incredibly useless. And Illuminate does good work. It might actually be enough. Lakel taking that tower. Might die. He gets mono leaked. Oh, Lakel's. Oh, no. He's got the sleep, but he keeps on running, and he will get away. The mono leak keeps on wearing off.
TP.
The mono leak keeps on wearing off. Oh, here comes the TP. Here comes the TP. Lakel's is still alive. How does Lakel's keep on living? Oh, there's a gem dropped somewhere. Where was it?
Where?
Shadow Demon was pinning a gem.
Oh yeah, right in front of that tower.
Which tower?
Has fallen.
Oh, did they pick it up?
Yeah, they pick it up. The Nature's Prophet pick it up.
Oh, okay. Crazy.
Anti-Mage destroyed the bottom tower. No.
Yeah, while this is all happening, R5 has desperately been trying to farm his Blink. And I think this is important for them.
No, LD, this further strengthens my point where I said he should have gone for stats because he's nowhere near the combat zone.
And he's even going for Vlad's, which is just the ultimate split push build.
Yeah.
And yet he's not skilling the same way that he's itemizing. It's inconsistent, Winter. I dare I say it.
It's just small little things. Sometimes as a player, you just forget or you just don't. It slips your mind sometimes.
Maybe he thought he was going to come to the fights as well, and then just... They do have a Keeper of the Light who can draw him in very quickly. But, whatever the thought process was, it's a little less efficient. And he is still ahead of the Naga, though. Those multiple engagements where she's either dying or running for her life, really slowing her down. Lakel's went for a Soul Ring and Tranquil Boots and Wand, which is a little bit slowing down his actual next real items that are going to make big impacts in the fight.
He needs that mana item as a Naga to farm even faster. And because he went for the fast Radiance, he didn't have those mana items up at the start.
Anti-Mage, on the other hand, doesn't care because he has the Battle Fury, which is really all he needs.
First Departure is putting a lot of pressure on the Naga Siren, and MiTH's the Naga's teammates doesn't really find any pickup anywhere on the map. They have to start creating pushes to make more space for the Naga.
Lakel's pushing in the middle lane, a bunch of heroes pressuring the top lane.
What's gonna happen? Team push. Keep up the light TPs down, Illuminate, Spirit Ultimate, Creep Wave, bye bye.
And they get the tier 1 top. We talked about it, they've got the superior split push, and MiTH, unfortunately, they don't have anyone who's a natural builder for the mech. It will be Mag going back for the mech now, it looks like, but it's going to be very late because he went for the Blink first, which he needs.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He definitely needs the Blink, really important to have it to set up those important RPs.
Lubby's already got a Force Staff. First Departure, a few minor mistakes, but overall they are executing the split push very nicely. And they're also farming their supports a lot. Shadow Demon's gonna have a
not too much of mistakes. The mistakes we've been talking about is just
very nitpicky.
Yeah, the anti-mage not scaling the stats and the whole thing. Everything else was actually very good for First Departure.
And also, I mean, for me, the other key thing is they got the
and one more
the farm on the supports.
The only mistake, the other mistake was the first bird which they missed on the Bounty Hunter.
Well, MiTH Trust, it's a significant deficit for them. They don't really have that much late game either. I mean, they've got the amazing team fight, but they don't have much physical DPS. Naga can do a lot, but she needs so many items. She's like a gyro in that sense. Really needs a lot of items to hit.
They need to rely on the Empower from the Magnus later on. There's not much they have.
And the Bounty Hunter can be...
And since the Magnus is going for a mecha, he's not going to be dealing DPS.
And Bounty Hunter can be, but not with this level of farm. He hasn't gotten enough track kills to really do much.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, like the game, after the draft, said that if MiTH wants to be able to take this game and control the game, track kills will play an important part. But sadly, it's not happening.
They've still only gotten the tier 1 top. Keeper of the Light is proudly defending bottom, and he's farming a lot too. They are just massively out-farming their opponents at this point.
When your Keeper of the Light has a 4-star gem and 1.4k gold at 22 minutes, it shows how far your other teammates are ahead.
I also want to point out, Mean deserves some props because he is 5-1-2 and they have 7 kills, and he's the Shadow Demon. Too many kills, not enough assists, but he's still been involved in every single one.
Yeah, she's been creating plays everywhere, and the mid fight where they caught out the Templar Assassin is not only the mecha from the Fury that saved him, it's also the
Radiant's top
defensive
tower is under
disruption
attack.
time well.
That was a 4-hero centaur stun. Poor Lakells is also trying to farm the enemy jungle. Okay, they got the Sand King Blink Dagger, so this is a big opportunity for MiTH. The First Departure doesn't know they have it. If they get caught out of position, MiTH could find the big team fight, but will they ever?
Wombo combo.
But it's what we... Oh, here.
Mid lane.
Oh!
Big plays.
Nice quick reactions from Pulse, huh?
Yeah, reactions.
And here's the problem,
Drag
though.
back.
Here's the problem with it.
Yeah.
So they have the big team fight, they've got the double blink, but will First Departure ever be grouped up? Are we ever going to see them grouped up until the anti-mage is 6-slotted?
Or until the anti-mage runs out of item slots.
Yeah, that's what 6-slotted means.
He has his Manta in 200. It's not good. Manta offering and Battle Fury in 24 minutes.
Blinking here, blinking there, gonna stack these Ancients. And it's what you talked about, is
He's just gonna clear it.
even a Radiance Naga at best can keep up, but oh, he's not. Oh, he's gonna clear
He's
it.
ahead. He's not keeping up. He is ahead in the last hits counter. The Naga. Oh no, he's going for hard. This means he can't fight the anti-mage.
Not
He's
diffusal
just
lane.
he's just going to fight speed pushing with the illusions.
And
Oh, poor Polza.
no.
They are trying to target him down the whole game.
This is more hate than Jules was getting, like from Mineski.
Roshan time, I think.
They have
Nope,
the double
yes,
blinks,
nope.
they've got the RP and the Epi. Top lane's not being pushed that much, mid lane's not being pushed that much. You would think it's the perfect moment to go Roche, but they're not doing it.
Probably they think they can't do it fast enough. Yeah, it's actually quite right as well because they don't really have too much right click damage and TA is not too far off the death ticker. It's only 20 seconds left.
And they have the tier 1 mid up, so they can get there very quickly. Plus, they have Keeper of the Light who can recall the anti-mage. And that anti-mage...
You're making me look at the Lakells all the time when he splits up in his illusions.
Yeah, he was like, oh, here they go, they want Miracle, they pull him up in the air after the Epi, they need more to bring him down, now the RP, Miracle will melt, and now you gotta figure they're going directly to that road. Well, they don't have any of their ults, so maybe not actually. Just the sleep. I guess they're not, but they do get the kill.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very good kill there, slowing the anti-mage further down and preventing him from trying to solo the Roshan after clearing out the lanes because he has the offering. He definitely can solo the Rosh.
Yeah, I would love to see him pull a CTY. I would have liked to see it earlier and just sneak into the Roche and go for it. But
it's a bit harder for him this time because he's on the Radiant side. CTY was on the Dire side when he did
no,
it.
I think he was on the Radiant actually.
Okay.
Pretty sure he was.
My
But
memory,
he got it a lot faster. He got it because he went for the MiTH first. And,
yeah, and he has
wasn't
also a
running
power
out.
traits. Power traits as well. Miracle doesn't have his power traits yet.
Yeah, actually, this is... Normally when you go for the Vlads, you split up the Tranquil Boots to make it. I'm a little surprised he didn't do that.
Yeah, and you know, nowadays all the games have all been Illusion Wars. Shadow Demon in every game, and now there's
Radiant's top
no
tower
Phantom
is
Lancer,
under
but there's a
attack.
Naga.
There is a Naga. At the same time, she doesn't have the Diffusal Blade yet, so... Maybe that's why he's not getting it. It's kind of a silly thing, but who knows. Oh,
Yeah, probably just worried about the disruption.
I really wish this Prophet had gone for a... Oh, he's dead. That's a very... Nope, maybe not disrupted. Might be able to survive. Abba comes in. Can they actually kill the Prophet off? Gets caught by the skewer. Abba is recovering nicely this game. Now drops some illusions, creating a great space, and there's a big roast strike from R5. R5. There is an Epi... or rather, a Maggot pulling down. TA is going to rejoin... come into the fight with the Blink, but oh, too late. Gets away. TA blinks forward. Now tracked up. Now netted in place. They do have the Psalm. They have the RP. The RP is pulling down.
RP's up.
Oh, Prophet's trying to run. Deeper's trying to run. Blake in. There's your song. Where's the setup? Skewer them both together. No. 4 steps away. Canceled the song maybe a little bit early. I think they still get the Prophet, though. Anti-Mage is about to breach high ground top. Meanwhile, they do get the Prophet. Double kill for Lakells. Tier 1 falls mid. And Anti-Mage actually brought back to the fight. Jumps in. They want to go. Monovoid misses on the Rubik. There's still an RP. Miracle's got to be careful. But so does Abba. If Abba doesn't RP momentarily, he's going to die. He skewers away. He's got the blink. He blinks. He's still escaping.
They can kill.
Oh, they don't have the mana for a net. They don't have the mana for a net.
Oh.
Radiant's
Too
middle
slow.
No one has
tower is
mana.
under attack.
No one has mana.
I'm very
And
surprised they brought the anti-mage
I have
back.
to disagree with the I have to disagree with the decision they made, pulling the anti-mage back. He could have dealt a lot of damage to the tier 3 tower at top.
And if they had been able to cancel any TPs, which I think they still have the Shadow Demon there, or no, maybe he's dead. If they'd been able to cancel any TPs though, if the Shadow Demon was there, then he might have even been able to get the Rex, depending on who came back. He could have killed most of these heroes. He can solo kill if they TP and they defend. Not
yeah,
the
I really
Naga, but
question-
everyone else.
Really question the decision of recalling the anti-mage there. And they didn't even get a kill from that for the anti-mage.
You know, it's most teams would agree with you when you say that you don't really want to trade farm with an anti-mage and a Naga, but MiTH Trust are showing that they're still very comfortable with this style. I think more so than First Departure. They're more used to playing this way and making slightly better decisions, pulling ahead.
Yeah, decision making is very important in this sort of situations. Whoever makes the better decisions gets better trade-offs. Over time, it will add up and collectively become a huge lead.
Mag's working towards his Refresher Orb. He's got the Perseverance. Oh, Naga has a complete... Wow, Lakel's is fat. Completed Diffusal. And now the Anti-Mage has to be very scared. With Empower, as well as the Diffusal Blade on the Naga, and a
Look at his
Heart.
illusions.
Radiant's bottom tower
Me is just
under
running.
attack.
No, no! He almost died to the illusion.
Army of Illusions on parade, and he's farming the enemy neutrals. He's stealing that AM's farm, but AM isn't actually there. And they're going Roche. They have everything up, I believe. Yeah, even the Epi. Easy Roche.
They don't have one important item.
Radiant's
Pipe.
bottom tower is under
Nope,
attack.
gem. Because they've been moving around the map too much. A lot. And they still haven't have a gem. Probably will be up soon, I think.
Yeah, they did smoke earlier, so at least when they're moving around the map, they're doing it under cover of darkness, but nonetheless. You'd certainly at this point, after getting the Roche, you'd expect a gem to come out.
Someone has a BKB already. Who's it?
It was the TA.
Yeah. No, Bounty Hunter. He just bought his BKB.
Oh yeah, he just finished his too. He's had the Ogre Club and the Mithril Armor for a little while. So Winter, this is a pretty good window for MiTH Trust right now. They don't have the double RP yet, but aside from that, I'd say they pretty much have all their core items. The Blinks on the 2 Initiators, the Mech up on the Mag. They don't have a Pipe, but nonetheless, Rubik's level 12. He's got that level 2 ultimate. Naga's fat. She could get bigger, but as she gets bigger, so too does the TA and the Anti-Mage. Multiple carries. This is an opportunity for MiTH with that Aegis to look for a fight. They need to kill off the AM if they want to go and push them.
And I think First Departure has to make the correct decisions. If they don't make the correct decisions and they get the anti-mage killed by sending him to the fight,
Radiant's
they'll be
bottom
in a lot of
tower
trouble
is
because
under
Naga
attack.
is so fat. And when the double RP comes up, I don't think the anti-mage can fight at all in the fights.
Tier 1 bottom is deniable, but meanwhile,
Oh.
it's going to be a Mag jumping in. The TA's here, but he's
Oh, Mag.
dropping low. Oh,
Mecha again, saving him.
should be okay. No, maybe not. There's your track. Not going for the arc. He's even hasted. He's running around while Mana Leak losing a lot of mana. The illusions would have
Oh,
removed.
no.
Oh, here comes the anti-mage. He's one spec in, four staffing him forward. He's still got the mana void. There's your track though. Trying to
Oh,
help
the
him
sleep.
survive. There's the sleep. It hasn't caught AM just yet. It hasn't caught AM just yet. He still hasn't been caught. There's your telekinesis lift. The ult ends. That was a totally wasted sleep. Jumping down into the river. Sandkid is invis. There's no detection for him. He should be okay. Now there's vision. The gem on the Keeper of the Light does spot him out, and the anti-mage ult. Sandkid is dead, but meanwhile, they just propped up Gem on the floor as well as the Keeper, so both of those supports dying. And
Oh,
anti-mage,
Sandkid!
once the
Sandkid!
Sandkid, the illusion gets him in the end. And now he's forced to run mid. Has to go push immediately.
Yeah, but I think they could have just ran out without even losing one hero. The Sand King just he just delayed his Burrow Strike a bit too much, and the illusions burn out all his mana.
I don't think he expected that Keeper of the Light to come in range of him
To
with
see
the
him,
gem.
yeah, because the gem. Yeah.
But it was very costly because they lost the gem, they lost both of the supports. Well, I call the Prophet a support because he is farmed about as much as one. You know, Winter, I have to go back to when he got that early mech. It did help the TA survive,
Yeah.
but he could be so much bigger right now. He could easily have a Scythe Device, a Midas, and another
The thing
item.
is, it was also MiTH Trust mistakes by trying to gank a bit too early and missing the early field ganks that resulted in them being under-leveled. And it's also not a lot of it, it's not many Fury made a good decision to get the mech that saved the TA as well.
Yeah, it's
I really
made a
wish
bad
that,
decision.
yeah, it's just both as well, and the Midas would have helped him a lot in this situation. Look at them getting stuck in the base, speed pushing everywhere.
Speaking of getting stuck, SD finds himself surrounded by trees, and loses the gem too. Oh, they didn't even see it. Now they do.
Yeah, it's hidden between the trends.
Oh boy. Could you possibly find more things surrounding you? I guess if there's a kinetic field and a cogs, then maybe, but that's as close to crap in your way as possible.
Kills, cogs. What else? What else? What else?
Trian. No, I already said that.
I'm looking at the hero pool right now. Oh yeah, I know. Venom wards.
Chen creeps maybe.
Dire's top
Eidolons.
tower is under
Venom wards. Yeah, that's a good one. I was literally watching the learn tab while the game's being played.
And Visage familiars. I guess that's about it.
I can never live up to Pyrian Flex though, who the last time I saw him casting the game was watching YouTube videos for 90% of the game. Shout out to him, but we'll try to keep a little more focus. And Lakel's still maintaining discipline with these illusions. 2 in the lane, and 2 in the enemy creep camps.
Yeah, and I don't know what he's gonna go for next. Is it gonna be a butterfly build or even more illusions, Manta? But I think he needs more damage, butterfly, and
you could also upgrade the diffusal blade. It's not as good as a PL, but it's still pretty good.
Still pretty good, yeah, because of the mirror image. The mirror image deals more damage than Phantom Lancer illusions.
And he's also, I mean, he has Riptide, so anything you do to, well, actually, I guess getting that extra agility does really help though, because of the minus armor. And Diffusal Blade upgrade gives you, it's a decent, well, it's only 4, but it's something.
It's not more of the agility upgrade, it's more of the feedback that deals 36 damage instead of level 1 that's 20.
And suddenly the split pushers have become the split pushed, or the split pushies.
Yeah.
Look at first departure, they're really on the back foot.
One of the important things I want to note out, this is happening because the Furen is not rich and he's unable to split push. If he went for the Midas and went for Maelstrom, Shadow Blade, well, he could be a pest for MiTH.
Wow, and the Anti-Mage hates playing against Rubik because he's one of the few supports that is very hard to kill. Oh, here comes a completed butterfly. Well, Anti-Mage is gonna kill the Korean thing. No, he hasn't killed it yet. No, the net. It's not gonna catch
didn't hit. I think he would have been dead if the Ansnet hit him there.
That was a completed butterfly, almost interrupted from being delivered. And Anti-Mage goes for a Talisman of Evasion that he's so worried about surviving, he goes back for a Reaver. He wants a heart.
I don't really like the situation right now for first departure. They're being boxed in their base. Furen is unable to push out, and look at Anti-Mage. He's barely killing the illusion.
Yeah, these are the Naga illusions. This is not good.
He went for a Reaver, then he think that, oh, this is not good. I can't kill the Naga. He went for a Talisman.
But it doesn't help you split push like the Butterfly. And Butterfly is also great against Naga because there's a lot of physical damage on the MiTH Trust side. Not just the Naga, the Bounty Hunter Janata, the Empower. Butterfly would be, I feel, similarly helpful just for tanking anyway, and it helps you split push better.
Yeah, but now there's more weight on the shoulders of the TA and the Anti-Mage because Furen is too poor to try and split push and damage out. And this could haunt them if the game goes even longer.
TA has really not been very successful as a hero as of late. Just
look at Anti-Mage at bottom. He's having so much of a hard time to kill those illusions. He's down to half life trying to kill the illusions.
It's painful to watch, really.
It's just like the situation when you just look at those monkey illusion jumping in and your Anti-Mage just can't clear them out.
I actually feel very worried right now for first departure. We thought they could just win this by split push if they had a good start, and they had a good start, but there's some of the decisions they made in the mid game. It's very difficult for them to leave the base.
Yeah, the recall, the Anti-Mage, that hurt them a lot. The Midas on the Furen hurt them as well. And it's actually just this tool that changed the game a lot.
Oh, and trying to gank. I mean, this is after they tried to gank the TA so many times, and it didn't even work for MiTH. That should have been a big opening for first departure to really pull them in.
Yeah, they underestimated the team fight capability of MiTH. Magnus on RP and Epicenter is not something to be joked about with. That's really big team fights. And giving up so many kills with track. Yeah, I forgot to mention about how many track kills he got for the last 2 fights. He got around 4 or 5 track kills with multiple heroes nearby. That was a big victory for MiTH.
Yeah, he's 5-1-4, and honestly, he had no impact for the first 15-20 minutes. Very minimal, and all of a sudden, well, SD might die here. This would be a nice little kill, and it is. Ghost Scepter was actually cooling down, cost him his life.
But what was he doing there alone?
That is the question, isn't it? Even Bounty Hunter's getting damage items now. He's got a Demon Edge. He's going to be working towards that MKB.
But I'm a bit surprised that he didn't go for the offering. It helps the Naga as well.
And they've got a mag. Maybe the mag's going for it? No, he's still trying. I'm surprised he doesn't have his refresher. He had this Oblivion staff a long time ago.
Does he have the recipe up? No. Just the Perseverance up now. He still needs the whole recipe 1.8k to do it.
Really, I hate that recipe. It's so expensive. I feel like whenever I'm trying to build a... Oh, this might be the death of Hana. There's the illusions and the net. And a quick couple of auto attacks, but easily bring down. He's TPing out.
God, dead.
Not enough, but now they catch out the anti-mage. There's your Blink Burrow Strike to start. They do have an RP. They need this anti-mage to blink first before they can even think about going for him. Bounty Hunter's here. Looks for the track. Blink into the skewer. No, he's not skewering yet.
Skewer.
Too
Come
late.
on.
Now he tries. No, maybe it's not too late. Skewer's in from downtown, but Miracle turns. Oh, what? Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Lakel's. Oh, Monolith! Oh, he's actually Keeper's gonna live with 30 HP. And he had a gem. That would have been a nice kill. And, uh-oh, Lakel's is in trouble now. Caught out of position.
They need Ghost Scepters on their supports. Keeper of the Light has one. And Shadow Demon doesn't have one yet. I think they're gonna kill Lakel's. He's dead.
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh, that Mono League, stronger than any Diffusal Blade. That Anti-Mage Ultimate is just gonna rip him a new one. He's still not using it. They want to get a little bit closer. Lakel's is so dead. He doesn't buy back.
Oh. They want to make sure they kill him. Look, everyone is
just Mono Void him already. Yeah, they really wanted. They played that very safe, just making sure they didn't waste anything until they knew they had to kill.
I'm here.
Yeah, and he just bought out to continue to pressure the team. I think he's going to transition into a Boots of Travel and probably even a Daedalus later on.
I would really like to see him upgrade that Diffusal Blade pretty soon. We'll see if he goes for it. Uh-oh. Bounty Hunter caught, and he's going to drop here.
Oh, shit.
Very... Oh, this is now 3 pickoffs. First it was the Rubik top, now it's the Naga bottom, and now it's the Bounty Hunter, the enemy jungle, and all of a sudden Prophet has his Hex. They've really got to buckle down. They're making a lot of mistakes.
They're probably just a bit overconfident because they had a few good fights going on and everyone's a bit loosened down. When you're winning, everyone just tends to sometimes loosen down, and you can't afford that to happen against an anti-mage.
They need someone like Xiao Wei just preaching discipline constantly.
The director, the serious director.
I have this image of Xiao Wei when his team wakes up in the morning. He like tells everybody, all right, go brush your teeth, go eat, go to the gym, let's start practicing. When they're finished, this is what you do in your free time. Go watch some replays. No rest for the weary. But the discipline is very important.
There's one more guy like this as well.
Who?
Well, which I know.
You?
Oh, the M God.
Mushi?
Yeah, he's like
very
that.
bossy.
Very serious.
Well, it does work for some players. Others need their chuckles. I actually have no idea what MiTH Trust are like with their personalities.
They're more of easygoing team, yeah, because I know TNK and Lakel's in person and Abba.
I guess that explains some of these deaths. They're just relaxing, wandering around the map, having some fun.
And you know, Abba has a nickname. He's the Casanova.
The Casanova.
On the team. Yeah. You have to have a good idea why they're calling him a Casanova. I wonder how many ladies have he had.
The Lady Slayer. That's Abba.
Yeah, the Casanova.
You learn something every day. Meanwhile, top lane, R5 is taking a lot of damage just to the splash. He actually challenged Epi, he got it off, but he pays for it with his life.
What happened? I thought he was sitting in the sandstorm.
I think he was just dying to the cleave and he decided he had to run.
Oh yeah, the cleave.
I think he would have been okay though. He wasn't dying that quickly. Oh, now Mag gets caught. Anti-Mage is the heart complete. All of a sudden, Anti-Mage is the lead farmer. After that crucial Naga death and has the butterfly. He is running out of item slots though.
Good news for MiTH Trust.
Yes. He's got the Mantis style. Not gonna need to use it yet. Naga illusion. Look at these supports. Oh, even the TA. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity.
Oh no, are they gonna die? Oh
no. The Prophet. Oh, and he denied the gem.
Denied the gem. Another one. Oh, deny the gem. Did he deny the gem?
Yes, he did. Nicely played.
Oh my god. The Shadow Demon almost died as well. He was trying
He almost
to
got a
pick up-
triple. The TA almost died there. I guess she could have BKB'd if she really had to, but
And the Fury was late to TP down to Mecha.
in his defense, you can't. It's not something you really expect. Oh, my supports are dying to 2 illusions at the base. And the siege begins. This is how MiTH Trust wins their games. It's just sieging, split pushing, winning by attrition. I never see them just win by like beating the front door down. It's always this, just
Beating
working
the
on
front door
towers.
is LGD in style. Beating the front door. Just come up, stick, group, 5 man,
Yeah,
go in, hit your
LGDN
towers.
is like the exact opposite of MiTH Trust in that sense.
Is under attack.
Top lane, anti-mage, being a pest.
Oh, he gets the tower. Mag is here, but he needs help. They're gonna lose Rax momentarily. They're very slow to react. Do they not have TPs? I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, in Winter, nobody has a TP on MiTH Trust. 0 TPs. Anti-mage
There is...
well, the bounty hunter just got a TP from the courier, is able to get back.
He has to change his boots of travel, Raquel.
Miracle could have gotten Rax. I don't think he realized they didn't have TPs. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
If the supports were
This-
paying more attention, they could have told him
The
to go.
supports, the support's job to pay attention who has TP, who has not TP.
And here come the illusions.
Oh my god.
Oh, this
This,
is...
so,
They're just
You
lucky
know,
it's not a PO.
but this is not as cheesy as the 5 AM backdooring. No, this is not as much.
Yeah, this is not as bad. If they hit the Shadow Demon, it would be as bad.
Oh yeah.
Naga is like PL Junior. She's only got the 3 illusions to work with. She doesn't have the full army.
Oh, TNK. TNK. He sees TNK there. Oh, they're gonna kill him with the hex on the Fury.
Miracle. He's got the BKB. He doesn't get to use it. Yep. Miracle is really picking up some steam now. He's up to
What's the main? The Rex? The Rex? The Rex?
The illusions are back in action. He's chipping away. He's not just destroying it though.
He needs a boost of travel. They know he doesn't have a TP right now.
And he's got the Aegis too. Boy, they would love to have the Keeper of the Light on their side right now. Anti-Mage is going to go in for the Rax. He's got the double damage. The Rax is going to fall. They don't have anything to stop him. Burrow Strike was already used. Miracle gets a free Rax. And you really got to question this decision by MiTH Trust to not have Boots of Travel on the Naga, and also to not have the Naga available to defend.
Oh, Naga's in trouble now. In trouble.
Walks right by a Radiant Ward. MiTH Trust is collapsing, getting picked off time and again. But Lakel's may be able to live. He does have the ultimate. He's mono-leaked. He's not going to get it off. He does have Aegis, but you'd hate to see it wasted like this. Uh-oh. Running. Now fighting. Actually going on to Hana. There's the disruption, though. Here comes all the illusions. That's a huge surround. Warcraft 3...
In the meantime, Anti-Mage is fighting all the Naga teammates.
And it's a Warcraft 3 style surround here. Even trapped in the trees, Naga's still fighting. The Aegis will pop. He will come back to life after these messages. The Aegis wasn't about to expire. It's getting closer though. In comes the Sankey, blinking in. Burrow Strike catching the Prophet. Now we gotta look at buybacks. Prophet's trying to sprout. I think he's gonna get away. There's the refresher. Mag double ult, but it doesn't actually seem like it's doing nearly enough. Miracle just blows him up with the ult. Not done yet. Here comes the Illuminate. Miracle is still alive. Now he blinks away. Prophet actually, I think he lived through that. He never actually died. Now Pola, con position. Still the Naga alive. Gem on the floor. Nobody cares about that. Hana's still running. Sprout, and is he gonna live again? I don't know. He's tracked up. He's trying to run. I don't think Hana died in that. No, he didn't. Actually, he lived somehow, but this time he's gonna fall. Most likely. Yes, he does. Just barely. Anti-Mage bulldozes down the middle lane. He wants this Rax.
Shadow Demon.
Shadow Demon's running, but the Rax! Help the damn Rax!
He stopped the TP. He stopped their TP.
Oh no, Lakel's, he got his TP canceled by the Shadow Demon. Now Miracle's gonna get a second lane of Rax. First Departure are about to pull one out of the hat at this rate. 2 lanes of Rax are gonna be down. I don't think they can do anything to stop this. They don't have the lift. It's already been used. That's gonna be the second full lane of Rax. Miracle really pulling his team back into this game. This reminds me a lot of, who was it? For Love. Who was the
2-2.
2-2. This really feels like the 2-2 anti-mage game. Wow. And all of a sudden, 9k gold.
One thing he needs to, there's one more thing he needs to do to be like 2-2. He needs to farm some ancients when his teammates are fighting the enemy.
Miracle, you're still in training. You're not 2-2 yet. Also, he's got 9k gold, so he needs to stop farming to give his team some gold, because he can buy Boots of Travel and a buyback, and he'll be out of item slots. And you do
I
need that Battle
think
Fury versus the Naga.
He's going to sell his offering for
Dire's
Abyssal.
bottom tower is under
That would be the
attack.
one other thing he could do, and they can get... They don't really have a good offering carrier, but I guess someone can get it.
Yeah, someone else can get it, like maybe the Furen or even
Dire's bottom
maybe even
tower is
not
under
get it
attack.
because only anti-mage benefits from the aura.
I gotta say, MiTH Trust is really looking disoriented this game. Their late game decision making has always been not really their strong suit. They're better at just.
Oh,
Oh, here we
anti-mage,
go. They catch up
anti-mage.
the AM. This would be huge. The RP was used maybe
Oh, I
a
don't-
tiny bit early. They stacked the
Anti-mage.
stuns. They need to actually net him. Oh, he blinked away. They stacked the stuns, Winter.
Where's the ensnare?
The ins-
He didn't use ensnare.
I think he manted and then Naga didn't know which one was real and he's able to get away.
Invisibility.
Oh, they stacked the stuns together.
Yeah, the Rubik lift and the RP were stacked. That cost. That hurts. That hurts, because as big as this AM is, this is a point in the game where buyback can become an issue in a way back into the game. Now he's got an Invis rune, and they don't have detection for this.
Raquel's got a Monkey King bar. No more evasion for the anti-mage.
But he's got to actually catch him, and it feels like Lakel's is the one getting caught all game. Never, at least recently, he's not able to do the catching.
Yeah, but ooh, he's still ahead of the CS.
He does know how to farm. That Lakel's.
Oh, anti-mage is gonna bump into him.
Uh-oh. Nope, he's still
Oh,
in Viz. It just wore off. He's got to be
Oh.
careful. He's got to blink now. He
Oh.
gets Burrow Strike. Oh,
Get him!
Miracle!
Get him! Get him!
Miracle!
Get him!
What are you doing? He just ran right in. He mantas, but of course that doesn't remove
Oh.
anything. Miracle is still gonna live. He
Where
blinks
is-
south. He's still living.
I think they could have killed him if he used the skewer. Maybe could have killed him. He didn't use his skill. To try and buy some more time for the Naga to hit the anti-mage.
This is problematic for MiTH. That's a Winter. That's just like somebody delivering your dinner on a silver platter. I mean, Anti-Mage just waddles
Yeah,
in, waddles into 5
Just
heroes.
walks in.
Had like full,
Walks in 5 heroes and just blinks out like a man, and he's at full health.
either that or he's just taunting them. Of course, he does a buyback. It's not like they win the game if they kill him there, but you at least want to kill him there. I mean, make the man buy back. Lordy, lordy.
He's thinking of what he should go for right now.
And if you can't decide, then take the Mushi approach and just wait until you have 10,000 gold. And then wait some more.
Take the Wuxi approach.
That's true. That actually cost Orange big time in the G1 League. Mushi was I mean, he likes to save his gold, but he was really saving his gold.
Oh, Ethereal Blade! Oh my god! Seriously?
On the anti-mage?
Oh, he just wants to ghost form out of the Naga net as well.
Oh, that's very smart, actually.
But I think he...
It also it makes your ultimate devastating if you can land it.
Yeah, look at his items. 2 green things.
Oh, the Naga illusions! Almost killing off the PL.
Oh no.
I am is here.
Anti-Mage is here to help you. Don't worry, guys.
This game is taking a turn for the very bizarre, Winter. Look how fast he attacks! Look at that attack speed! What is his agility right now? Almost over 200. This is not quite Morphling level agility, but close.
But it's about the same with when he has the Threads. Threads gives 30% attack speed.
That's
It's
true,
about-
but this is much sexier.
Because of the ghost form.
Let's see it. Let's see it. They're gonna
Oh,
go bottom
let's
lane.
see-
Prophet starts it with the TP. There's the Sprout, and there's the kill. And no buyback on the Bounty Hunter. Yep, no buyback on him.
Game. Oh, but the Shadow Demon is still far away.
He's still got that E-Blade.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They,
attack.
he mantas, but at the wrong
Wait.
moment there, tried to disjoint it. Not able to. He's still got the Ethereal Blade, but he's actually not using
fine.
it. He might die after
Wait,
buying the Sea-Blade. He's so
is
low.
that-
They get him, Winter. They finally get that pesky anti-mage. He can buy back. I'm surprised he's
No
not doing
boost
it
of
immediately. He will.
No boost of power. No boost of power. Cool down. 10 seconds.
Oh, Prophet's gonna get picked off. Meanwhile, TA's pushing bottom frantically.
They're recalling the anti-mage.
Well, he's got to be careful now. He can't be forcing a fight at the base. If he dies,
Dire's middle tower
that might
is
be,
under
that should be, well, actually they have their tier 2, so maybe not, but it's gonna give,
Oh,
oh,
he's
they
gonna just use sleep to catch the Shadow Demon.
catch the
He
Shadow
hates-
Demon. This is that late game Naga with that 1 minute cooldown ultimate. Very annoying to play against. Here comes Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage.
Oh,
Oh, he's stunned.
there's the Hex. They have that Ethereal Blade Mono Void. Unload. Miracle didn't Ethereal. Oh, he did. I think he used them in the wrong order there, but works out anyway. And Lakel's with no buyback. Oh, sorry, he just used it.
Just go back.
Yeah,
just
just
go
went
back. He's here for more.
Miracle buys back, Lakel's buys back, but this is going to be an
Sure.
Aegis for somebody, not the anti-mage, of course, the TA most likely.
The TF Furon, I think. Yeah.
Well,
Well, like the Furon is still very poor.
I have to say, normally when I see MiTH get to this point in a game, they don't lose. They sometimes make mistakes, but they don't normally lose at this stage just because of the way they draft. This is them losing at their own game, Winter. Going late, going for split push, going for some team fight as well, and
Mistakes, because they are making mistakes.
more mistakes than we expect from them. They're a very experienced team to be making this many.
Sometimes they are still human. Mistakes are really hard to avoid sometimes.
Yeah, it's actually this tournament is rather late as far as the schedule goes.
It's 12 a.m. midnight already in sea time. For Thailand, it's 2 hours earlier, 10 a.m.
Which, to be fair, for a Dota player, that's like 5 p.m. But even still, it is a little bit later on. And I don't know how much they've been practicing either.
They have been practicing a lot
Okay.
with Orange.
Well, here we are. Down 2 lanes of Rax, Anti-Mage constantly applying pressure, and his buyback coming off cooldown in only 3 minutes.
Good news. No more items for you.
You really like that one, don't you? Bad news. Anti-Mage can pull up 3 a.m.
You instilled it into my mind already. I think in the first
I
time.
drilled a hole into your brain. And it's lurking there. This is the poorest prophet I've ever seen. And he had such a good start.
He is very poor. Very poor.
He needs to watch loads of money.
He needs to look at how Light of Heaven farms in his prophet. No, it was just because he skipped the Midas and it really hurt him a lot, and he was dying rather in all the team fights. I think he died every time.
Well, in fact, I think... Oh, the Keeper of the Light's almost richer than him. He's not quite. I thought he was.
I
He's
think
almost
he is.
richer.
I think he is richer. He has a.
Well,
he
he's
has a
well.
setup.
If we consider that he's bought a lot of wards and maybe the gems as well.
He is definitely richer, although the CS doesn't tell the story, but those deaths hurt him a lot.
This prophet, the saddest prophet you'll ever see.
Well, I've seen sadder prophets in the form of our TK prophets. This is not the saddest.
No, RTK never gets sad. He just gets mad,
Bottom tower is under
and
He just gets
or not even
mad
mad.
and-
He just gets intense and screams at his opponents and TPs into the middle of
Just-
the enemy team.
Just he likes to TP in the middle, yeah. For some reason.
I think there actually needs to be a video of RTK suicide bombs into the enemy team, because I know there's a lot. There's a lot of... Just from the G League alone, there were a lot of clips of that.
Yeah, you remember him TPing here into 4 heroes of FGD? I'm drawing it on the map. Trying to TP. I don't know if he's still.
Oh, yep. Now, there was another... There was this one as well. There was also... I distinctly remember one, like, in this area. Oh, or maybe it was, like, up here.
Where? I don't know where you're
Over
going.
near the Dire Secret Shop. There's something, like, I think
Oh.
over in this area. It
Oh, mid
sticks
lane.
in my
They're just
mind.
trying-
Meanwhile, the
Dire's
anti-Lucians are
tower is
pushing
under
into the towers.
Oh my god. Look at what they have to do to clear it out.
Oh, here comes Miracle. It's the great blink to the enemy base. Oh, no, never mind.
The great blink.
Have you seen that? I think it's a Dota 1 clip. There's 5 players with Bat Rider who like sneak all the way or what was it? I think they had heroes who could blink or something, and they all just like sneak into the enemy side tree line on the Dire side, like all the way on the north end of the map. They
Kill the throne.
Yeah, they did. No, they ganked the enemy team like right here at their throne and then killed it. Maybe it was Dota 2. It was like the great tunnel to victory.
The great tunnel. This is just first departures game to lose already. And they can't lose unless they make a very huge mistake. Even so, there are so many racks up.
And also, they have three buybacks anyway, and on the TA and the AM as well, the 2 core heroes.
Oh, they're going on the TA.
Now the TA's gonna go down here, most likely. Doesn't the Aegis... Oh, look at the turnaround! Never mind that! She says, hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. Chops his head off,
Oh,
and then
He still wants to die.
pops the
Even though
Aegis.
the
But
teammate
AM,
lost.
AM meanwhile top lane. actually having trouble with Delusions, so just bypasses them. Gets caught out by the Blink stun. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they're going in on the racks. There's the RP number 1, but he's actually...
Ghost form.
Oh, there's the RP number 2. They bring him down with the Epi. He'll buy back immediately. He's going to be resummoned into the bottom lane. Here we go. Momentarily, he is recalling him now. There's the song after the Burrow Strike. Not the best timing, and AM has arrived. AM's going straight for the throne. Miracle says, screw the fights. I want the win. Onto the tier 4s he goes. Gets one. Backs off. Gets caught by the net. Doesn't have his Ethereal Blade. Can't actually get out of this net. He's in trouble. He might drop here. No telekinesis left. And in fact, AM's going to turn the fight around. Mono points. Assassination, execution style. Lakel's is probably going to drop. There you go. Down he goes. Burrow Strike in. Everybody coming back as quickly as they can, but it looks to be far too late for that. Back to the racks. Who needs the towers? Miracle ain't done. The tier 4s, however, are. The Mega Creeps are up Winter. And MiTH Trust just got out MiTH Trust. Dude.
The speed pushers got out speed pushers.
In over your head.
And good luck coming back from this. It's time to go all in on the throne. But you really can't.
You can't. The anti-mage can just blink all the way. The big sneak into your base and just hit your throne.
This
You
is
know, there has to be some way for players to spend their gold when they are maxed out.
I've heard people suggest that you should be able to buy item slots. You suggested that there should be a hero who has a special ability. Oh wait, no, maybe it was Bruno. I can't remember if it was you or Bruno.
Oh, it was me the other day I was talking. But I like the idea about, I think someone mentioned it before, when you have gold, extra gold, you can actually use the gold to buy your fortification time or refresh it or something like that.
That would really turn games into Turtle Fest, though.
But yeah, you're probably right. But there has to be some way to spend your gold.
You should, you know, what you should be able to spend it on is like making your hero look more badass. Like not like permanent cosmetics, but like temporary cosmetics within the game. You know, like you can put on, I don't know, like a special skin, but only for that game. I think that would be pretty cool.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
But
It's
it
not
doesn't help them.
satisfying.
It doesn't help them in the game. They wouldn't be happy about that. This is just mid-trust waiting to be roasted in the oven.
To be roasted. It's true. A Kenny Rogers roaster coming right up. That's MiTH Trust right now. It's my favorite episode of Seinfeld. The Kenny Rogers roasters episode. Have you ever watched Seinfeld?
Yeah, now I know where you get your humor from, Seinfeld.
That's the best episode. Just the red light. Kramer slowly going insane. Oh, well.
2.5. I watched 2.5 Men though.
That's no Seinfeld. I think you might have to stop casting with me now, Winter. Get off the stream right now. Winter, go home.
Go home. I'm already home.
Leave home. And the throne continues to be sieged. MiTH Trust fighting to the bitter end. But it is going to be a bitter end. It might be.
Yeah. You know, teams get remembered for their GG timing. Even in StarCraft 2, you know, some players they don't say GG until it is really GG.
And then you have the intro GG where you win the game, then call GG, and then tap out. Idra actually had a famous and very unfortunate moment at a StarCraft tournament where he, I forget exactly what it was, but he didn't know that his opponent hadn't expanded or something, and he actually was really far ahead, and he didn't realize it. He ended up forfeiting the game when he basically had it won, or was in a very good position anyway. And the siege continues.
Top lane, they're trying to get the anti-mage, but I don't think they'll be able to get him.
And he's got buyback up in a minute anyway, so it wouldn't really matter too much.
Naga Siren 800 creeps, anti-mage 700 creeps. How long have we not seen that?
CSMJ would be very disappointed right now. Here comes the Burrow Strike and the Epi. They gotta kill him off. Up. Doesn't care. Finish the game. First departure takes it. I wouldn't exactly call it a nail biter, but it was a long, drawn-out slugfest. In the end, MiTH Trust drops a game that I think we could both agree was theirs to win at the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, at a certain point in the game, but when we look at the draft, it was actually more we both like First Departure's draft more, but doing the gameplay, MiTH pulled it off, and they were in a position to control and win the game, but they just made a couple of mistakes. Like you pointed out, the pickoffs, they got picked off here and there, and they got punished.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're not done just yet. Yes, that's right. We have one more game to be cast today. It will be Zenith versus Mineski. I'm actually really excited for this match because of how well Mineski was playing earlier today up against Dreams. Let's see if they can pull it off versus Zenith, who will be a much tougher test. I'm LD, he's Winter, we are Beyond the Summit. Be sure to follow us, twitter.com/LDDota for me, and twitter.com/DotaWinter for him. Stay tuned, guys. More SEA League action on day 1 of group stages coming up in just a few moments.